How's it going, everybody? For today's episode of the Board Game Crusades, we're going to be taking a look at an absolute classic and favorite of mine. This, my friends, is the Grape Escape. The Squish 'em, Squash 'em, Squoosh 'em game. Now, many of you may have heard a little bit of controversy about how the commercial back then was much too violent, people thought, because it depicted these guys getting just mauled alive by this torture device. Well, guess what? This happens to be one of the most violent board games of all time. Now, I don't think of board games and violence going hand in hand, but I'm about to change a couple of you guys' minds. Check this out. Alright, so what do we have here? Well, we have the Grape Escape, the Squish 'em, Squash 'em, Squoosh 'em game. And as we can see, we have some very nervous grapes here. Actually, this guy's not nervous. He's like, hey, I'm about to murder your friend. But this guy's like, oh my god. And turning around to the back here, we see a bunch of kids having fun. We have some dentistry problems going on, but as you may have guessed by checking out the pictures here and here, this is both extremely old and it uses Play-Doh. And here I'll read the box. It says, "Squish, squash, squoosh. I'll be in a real pickle if you don't get me out of this jam. I'm catching some rays on a warm, sunny grapevine when yank. Somebody picks me and carts me off to the jam factory. I gotta get out of here. I'm racing through the factory, running along the conveyor belt, and staying as far away as I can from the jam maker. It's got these four jamification stations. The snipping clippers, the mashing juicer, the flattening jammer, and the sawing cutter. Yikes, somebody's rolled crank on the die, and they're going to turn the handle to make this contraption go clink, clank, and clunk. And you know who is going to end up as jam, the Grape Escape game. It's bunches of fun, but you've just got to help us escape." That's terrifying. Like, oh my god, what a storyline. And these poor grapes are like, what's happening? All my friends are getting mauled by this terrible machine. That's just sad. Okay, then you've got your Play-Doh, and they call it Grape Goop. And for effect, I'll be using the purple one. And man, you know how long it's been since I've smelled Play-Doh? This shit smells amazing. That nostalgia, though. Alright. So man, look at all of this. What do we have going on here? We've got the grape patch, or the vineyard. I don't know, is it called a vineyard if it's being made for jam instead of grapes? I mean, instead of wine? I don't know. And so we have start here, which is like a little water tank. And you hop here, and you come around. And then you gotta hop here, and you can see all these little grapes and stuff that are like, shh, I'm trying to escape. And look at this. This is terrifying. It's like blood stains going into a drain of their, like, you know, slain comrades. And so it's like this factory going on here. And here's the finish line. You made it out of the factory. This guy's smiling because he's about to make it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the pegs in right now. So as you can see, you have a lot of places where you gotta hop on the machine. And you better hope you're not on the machine when somebody rolls the turn crank. You know, part of the dice. So let's go ahead and set the machine up now, because this thing is absolutely just fucking crazy. So to begin, we'll do the squasher. So you have a giant boot, very efficient, and it kind of just slides in here like so. Oops, I'm sorry, I gotta put this on too. The wrench. And this links up into here like so, and into here. And then you've got a rubber band which stretches around. It's actually kind of complicated to do this. The rubber band goes right down onto here. Oh, hang on. There we go. Like so. So you have this squishing, this squishing, stomping action right here. Yeah, it's not supposed to go down that far. That's why it keeps popping out like that. But you get the picture. So there's the first piece. And we'll go ahead and slide that into place like so. And the wrench goes up on here, because this thing rolls and it activates this part of it. Okay? These little arms, they don't really serve much of a purpose, I think, other than just to look cool. But, let's see here. I think this one goes here this way. Yep. And these just kind of sit on here, and they hold this, and it's just to make it look like they're rolling this thing back and forth, which I think is a nice touch, because it just adds to the strangeness of this crazy fucking contraption that's just making jam, essentially. Coming on around to this side, we have the scissors. Damn, this is going to be violent. And so we just put the scissors together like so. And then this just simply stretches down to here. And the way these work is you just set them in here, and then this little peg goes in here. And when this thing spins, you can see how the scissors are opening and closing. Right? Alright, we'll get to the rest of that in a minute. Here is the saw, and we're just going to slip it right in here. Yeah, there we go. Saw is in place. Everything is set up. All we're missing now is the crank handle, which goes on. And now let's test this beast. So here we go. We have the scissors, which are cutting. We have this saw, which is going back and forth and slicing. We have the arms here, which are pulling and pushing this roller back and forth. And then if we come around to the other side of the board here, we have this boot, which is stomping. Now, all that's left is to make some guys here. So this is the fun part, because you get to play with fucking Play-Doh. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that disturbing little grape, man. Look at that ugly little grape, man. He doesn't know how in danger his life is right now. Let's go ahead and test out all of our different torture devices here. So, this would be the first torture device. And as you can see, it kind of gets stuck, but he has been sufficiently sawn in half, as you can see. But we're going to just kind of repair him and move on. Up next, we're going to have the saw right here. So he has to lay down, and as you see, it has a perfect little place for his arms to stick out. And this is going to lay on him right here. And sorry, guy. Wow, that is fucking violent for a board game, huh? Alright. So as you can see now, he's pretty fucked up. But let's go ahead and stick him back together again. He's looking pretty much worse for wear. And let's come on around to the squashing boot. And this is where the squashing happens. So you kind of stuff him up under there, very snug fit. And oh shit. God damn. Okay, so now he's all but pretty much fucked up. But just for good measure, let's bring him on over to the roller here and just kind of lay him in there, and here we go. Oh, yeah. So that's Grape Escape for you. Really simple game with a very violent concept, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as always. Maybe one day I'll take a quick video of me and a buddy actually playing a real game, but for now I just wanted to show it off to you so you can see how all the mechanics work, and we'll see you next time on the next Board Game Crusade episode.